This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Thursday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Berkeley Adams.
And I'm Nicky Rudd.
COVID-19 has continued to be less and less of a concern for many faculty, staff, and students, especially as we approach the midpoint of the semester. The number of active cases of the coronavirus continues to fall each week, but overall the amount of cases reported since January is higher than all of last year. Yesterday, campus officials reported only 2 new cases of COVID-19 in the daily report. Both new cases were in the student population, with no new reports from the university employees. There were also 4 recoveries, bringing the number of currently active cases to 17. The number of cases per week has dropped dramatically since the middle of January, with only 28 cases reported last week versus 543 reported during the week of January 18th through the 22nd. But overall, there have been 1,821 infections among faculty, staff, and students since the campus reopened after winter break. That number is significantly higher than last spring and almost 200 more cases than all of last year. Even though the spread of COVID-19 seems to be slowing down, health officials are still encouraging everyone to get vaccinated. Members of the Texas Tech community still have 3 remaining chances to get vaccinated here on campus. The Texas Department of Emergency Management will be hosting 3 final vaccination clinics in the southeast wing of the English and Philosophy building before spring break. Each clinic is scheduled on Fridays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. First, second, and booster doses of the coronavirus vaccine will be administered, and the clinic is open to student, faculty, and staff and their family members. Appointments are not required, but you can find more info on the upcoming clinics by visiting emergency.ttu.edu/coronavirus.
With the number of COVID-19 cases falling, the amount of campus events continues to increase as we reach the midpoint of the semester. And over the last few days, students have had the chance to stop by the sub in person to find out about the many free resources available here on campus. Earlier today, the Office of Transition and Engagement held the spring edition of the Texas Expo. The biannual event has become a staple on the campus calendar, giving students the chance to stop by and learn all about the services available during their time at Texas Tech. Representatives were on hand with information on financial aid, student activities, academic resources, and even health and wellness resources, all available for free here on campus.
Whenever we have happier, healthier students, that they're able to be more successful in their time here at Texas Tech.
Today's Texas Techspo also featured giveaways, raffles, and plenty of free swag for attendees. The event wrapped up at 3 p.m. today, but if you didn't make it, you can find a full list of events hosted by the Office of Transition and Engagement through their website at studentengagement.ttu.edu and clicking on Programs.
Another big part of the student experience here at Texas Tech is getting involved with organizations on campus. And if you're still trying to find the right group for you, one event earlier this week offered a special meet and greet for students to get plugged in. There are over 700 student organizations here at Texas Tech, with many of them open to the entire student body. Organization options include everything from sports, Greek life, academic, faith-based, and much more. On Tuesday, dozens of those groups showed up at the sub ballroom to meet with potential new members. Amy Prowse, Assistant Director for Student Involvement, says that students who get plugged in into an organization feel more at home here at the university.
It really just creates a sense of belonging and a sense of home on this campus.
Student organizations include options focused on specific fields of study or possibly just a common interest or hobby. Regardless of their focus process, all the groups help create a sense of community.
It's a student finding their peer group and the friends that can support them in life even after graduation.
If you weren't able to make it out to Tuesday's fair, you can find the perfect group for you by searching the university's Tech Connect website. Just visit ttucampuslabs.com/engage.
Just outside Tuesday's student organization fair, another campus group offered students a one-stop shop to find out about options here on campus to help them stay healthy in mind and body. The Office of Risk Intervention and Safety Education hosted the Feed Your Body and Soul Resource Fair in the sub courtyard. The fair provided information regarding various resources available here on campus. Mindy Diller, campus dietitian, said balancing everything can be hard for a college student. Diller says that stress affects more than just how you handle your classwork.
It can easily flow over into the way we eat, the way we consume food, how we avoid food, some fear foods, things like that. So just really approaching food mindfully and for our mental health as well. It's all a combination.
Tuesday's resource fair was part of Feed Your Body and Soul Week. RISE organized this week's calendar of events, which also included online and in-person options for students to bring attention to the importance of health and wellness. The week-long set of activities finishes out tomorrow with a RISE outdoor tabling session from noon to 2 p.m. in the Subwest Plaza. The South Plains area has been experiencing some of the coldest days of the year this week after a cold front moved through on Tuesday evening.
That's right, Nikki. Highs dropped from the mid-50s on Tuesday into the 20s on Wednesday, and lows have fallen into the teens each morning. We're seeing a slight warm-up today, but will that continue as we head into the final weekend of February? Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. We've been seeing a return of sunshine today on the MCTV tower cam with only a few high clouds scattered across the sky. The sunshine has also helped temperatures climb above freezing for the first time since Tuesday afternoon. Highs should reach the upper 40s late this afternoon, but temperatures won't stay above freezing for long. After sunset, temperatures will drop off quickly with the return to the teens by morning. A slight breeze will keep it feeling even cooler with wind chills expected to be back in the single digits. Tomorrow will be colder than today with highs only expected to reach the low 40s. Cloudy conditions will also return, making for a gloomy end to the week. The forecast doesn't look much better for Saturday with temperatures back in the 20s to start the day and highs again expected to only climb into the mid 40s. But on Sunday, we'll finally see a return to mild conditions with lots of sunshine and a high in the 60s. Looking ahead, mild temperatures will stay in the forecast to end the month of February, with March bringing a return to 70 degrees highs by midweek.
All this month, people around the country have celebrated Black History Month, including right here at Texas Tech. With the month coming to an end, the campus is hosting a few more events, including one last week that brought attention to an important issue in the Black community. MCTV's Michaela Glenn has the story.
The African American Lecture Series has featured distinguished African American writers, artists, and public intellectuals. This year, Kevin Richardson, a member of the Central Park Five and now Central Park Five criminal justice reform advocate, will tell his story.
We bring in educators, we bring in artists, we bring in thinkers to hopefully inspire our communities to get engaged and recognize we all are responsible for the changes that we want to see.
The series' mission is not only to promote African American history, but also to educate and engage the Texas Tech community and broader public about the contributions regarding the impact African Americans have made on American society and the world.
Well, every year we try to do something to bring individuals to share a light on our history. And unfortunately, being wrongfully convicted and incarcerated as part of the Black experience is experience for a lot of people of color. And so we want to tell a complete story.
An evening with Kevin Richardson was hosted at the Texas Tech University Law School in Near Auditorium. Richardson shared his experience being wrongfully convicted of brutally attacking a jogger in New York City's Central Park in 1989. Him and the 4 other wrongfully incarcerated boys were known around the world as the Central Park Five.
Everyone needs to be enlightened of what's going on in society and not be blind to the fact that this happens everywhere. So we need someone such as myself to shed the light on others that might not know of how it feels.
Richardson was exonerated and now travels the world using his story to help bring light of people of color being wrongfully convicted. For more Black History Month events, visit Tech's Division of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion site at www.dpts.ttu.edu/diversity. For MCTV, I'm Michaela Glenn.
Texas Tech's spring sports calendar is officially in full swing, and that means there are plenty of action for the Red Raiders and the Lady Raiders.
MCTV's Nathan Boles joins us now with a full rundown of all the athletic action in sports. Nathan?
Thanks, Nikki and Berkeley. Texas Tech Athletics has had a busy 2 days, and it only gets busier from here. Men's basketball, baseball, and women's basketball were all in Lubbock trying to get a win for Red Raider Nation. Let's start with the number 9 Red Raiders. Tech only up 29-22 in the first half, but second half they broke it wide open. Davion Warren with a breakaway dunk, up 37-22 now, up 44-29 in the middle of the second half. Warren makes a three, but really it felt like a dunk contest sometimes. Marcus Santos Silva with the dunk, and then later Malik Wilson elevates. Texas Tech gets the 66-39 win, a 19-0 run at one point. Warren led the team with 16 points after the game. He talked about his offensive mindset Tuesday night.
Stay the course. I mean, the past couple of games, I've been getting myself in trouble with foul trouble, so I kind of didn't get the rhythm of those games. And, you know, it's really not about scoring because I didn't really come here to be a scorer. You know, I did that in my previous year, so I'm just trying to build on from playing defense, and I'm scoring for my defense.
The Red Raiders will go to Fort Worth to take on TCU. Tech beat TCU less than 2 weeks ago in Lubbock. The game starts Saturday at 5 p.m. on ESPN2. Now to Texas Tech baseball. Their home opener Tuesday against Dallas Baptist. Bottom of the 7th, tied at 4. Jace Young draws a walk and Dylan Carter scores. Then in the bottom of the 8th, Ty Coleman hits a 2 RBI single. Carter scores again. Parker Kelly scores. Texas Tech is up 8-4. And then to end it, Trendon Parrish throws a strikeout. Tech is now 2-3 on the season. Tech baseball will stay at home to play their first full home series against Kent State. The first game is Friday at 2 p.m. at Danlaw Field and on ESPN+. Tech women's basketball was less fortunate on Wednesday night. West Virginia was up 15 at the half and up as many as 20. Madison Smith making that three, but then Tech somehow got it back. Bryn Gerlich with a triple and Vivian Gray with a mid-range jumper. Suddenly, Tech is within 3, but it was just too little too late. Madison Smith makes another 3. All 21 of her points were from the three-point line or free throw line. Despite Vivian Gray's 24 points, West Virginia gets the 73-62 win. The Lady Raiders still have not beaten an unranked Big 12 team. They will try to get their 4th win against a ranked Big 12 team on Saturday in Ames, Iowa. Tech will play the Iowa State Cyclones on Saturday at 1 p.m. on ESPN+. Tech track and field and softball did not play earlier this week, but they both have busy weekends coming up. Tech track and field will be at the Big 12 Indoor Championships this weekend. Terrence Jones in the men's 60 meters, Monet Nichols in the women's long jump, and Moad Zahafi in the men's 800 meters all have the top NCAA times for their event. They'll lead the number 5 men's team and number 6 women's team in Ames, Iowa on Friday and Saturday. The championships start at 10 a.m. Friday. You can look at the full schedule at the link shown on the screen and watch on ESPN+. Meanwhile, Tech softball is in Cathedral City, California for the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. There are 27 teams at the tournament, including 9 ranked teams. 3 of them will play Texas Tech. The Red Raiders are looking to stop a 7-game losing streak. The first game is at 5:30 p.m. today against California Baptist. All games are televised on Flow Softball. You can look at Tech's full schedule at texastech.com/softball. That's all for sports. Back to you, Nikki in Berkeley.
Thanks, Nathan. So Berkeley, did you make it out to any of the Red Raiders events this week?
I did. I was at the Baylor game and the OU game. Were you there?
I wasn't at the OU game, but I was at the Baylor one, and it was a great game.
Baylor was crazy.
And that's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check t2hub.net every day for more news. We'll see you next week.